And then the fourth thought is suffering. Yes, the positive news just keeps on coming. The world that we've created for ourselves is one that keeps locking us into suffering again and again. As I've kind of illustrated in different ways, or tried to suggest in different ways. Buddha's first teaching to his disciples was, there is suffering. But why did he tell them that? Not because suffering is the law of God, or the law of the world, or inevitable, but rather in the spirit of a doctor to whom the patient comes, and that wise and kind doctor says, you have a problem, and then sets about analysing the cause and prescribing the cure. That's the sense in which we talk about suffering in Buddhism. That the way we've been living up till now, the way we've been experiencing the world and relating to others, just keeps creating suffering. And yet the possibility of freedom from that is always within our own hands. Yet we need, it seems, a thorough investigation of suffering in all its forms, so that we don't opt for that which looks like happiness and freedom, but which is just another form of bondage and suffering. So Buddhism invites us to look at our experience and to analyze it very carefully. To see how, for instance, in our human life, not only are we right now bound by the four great rivers, as it calls them, of birth, old age, sickness and death, but also how we're constantly suffering from separation from those things or those people to whom we're attached. At the same time, we're constantly suffering from contact with those things that we don't like, that we find unpleasant. We're constantly suffering also from trying to get that which we think we will like. And if that's not enough, we're constantly suffering from trying to hang on to those things that we've got. No wonder we're so busy and so tired. This is our emotional life most of the time. So if what we're searching for when we're looking for happiness and freedom falls into those categories, we're looking in the wrong place. So more objects, more status, more possessions, more praise, more people to like me, more people to affirm me, all that will not lead to happiness. Equally, destroying the enemy I have now, overcoming my rivals, beating back every possible cause of unhappiness, trying to eliminate every difficulty in the world so it doesn't cause me irritation and aggravation, this will not bring me happiness. Because neither of these ways of dealing the world ever does. In fact, it just produces more suffering. The more I run after things, possessions, whether they're material objects, people, or intangible things, the more suffering I have. As one great master, Dunham, said, the more objects you have, the more you crave. Just like drinking salt water to cure your thirst, you just become, of course, thirstier.